Basic embryology. Embryology. Definition: the study of the origin and development of an organism. Prenatal period, before birth. 38 weeks from conception to birth, average, fetal age. Gynecologic timing has been from LMP, therefore refers to 40 weeks gestational age. Date of conception has been difficult to time. LMP is on average 2 weeks before ovulation. Traditional, artificial, division. Embryonic period, first 8 weeks. All major organs formed. Fetal period, remaining 30 weeks. Organs grow larger and become more complex. Fertilization to implantation. Ovulation, egg released into the peritoneal cavity. Travels down fallopian tube in which fertilization occurs. At conception in fallopian tube, maternal and paternal genetic material join to form a new human life, zygote. Cell division occurs with travel down the tube and into the uterus. Conception, biology, or fertilization, the fusion of gametes to produce a new organism of the same species, Wikipedia. Week 1 post-conception. Zygote divides, repeatedly moving down tube toward uterus, cleavage. The daughter cells are called blastomeres. Morula, the solid cluster of 12 to 16 blastomeres at about 72 hours. Day 4, late 60 cell morula enters uterus, taking up fluid, becoming blastocyst. Blastocyst stage, 2 distinct types of cells, floats for about 3 days. Inner cell mass. Trophoblast. 2 distinct types of cells. Inner cell mass forms the embryo. Trophoblast, layer of cells surrounding the cavity which helps form the placenta. Floats for about 3 days. Implantation on about day 6 post-conception. Trophoblast erodes uterine wall. Takes 1 week to complete. If inner cell mass of a single blastocyst divides, monozygotic, identical, twins. Week 2 inner cell mass divides into epiblast and hypoblast. 2 fluid-filled sacs. Amniotic sac from epiblast. Yolk sac from hypoblast. Bilaminar embryonic disc, area of contact. Gives rise to the whole body, bilaminar to trilaminar disc. Week 3. Bilaminar to trilaminar disc. 3 primary germ layers, all body tissues develop from these. Ectoderm. Endoderm. Mesoderm. Formation of the 3 germ layers. Primitive streak, groove, on dorsal surface of epiblast. Grastrulation, invagination of epiblast cells. Days 14 to 15, they replace hypoblast, becoming endoderm. Day 16, mesoderm, a new 3rd layer, formed. In between, epiblast cells remaining on surface, ectoderm. The 3 germ tissues. Germ as in germinate, not germs. Early specialization of cells. Are precursors. Ectoderm and endoderm are epithelial tissue, form sheets of tissue. Mesoderm is a mesenchyme tissue. Mesenchyme cells are star-shaped and do not attach to one another, therefore migrate freely. Notochord. Days 16 to 18. Primitive node epiblast cells invaginate and migrate anteriorly with some endoderm cells. Rod defining the body axis is formed. Future site of the vertebral column. Neurulation notochord signals overlying ectoderm. Formation begins of spinal cord and brain, neurulation. Neural plate to neural groove to neural tube, pinched off into body. Closure of neural tube, begins at end of week 3, complete by end of week 4, folic acid important for this step. Extends cranially, eventually brain, and caudally, spinal cord. Neural crest, lateral ectodermal cells, pulled along and form sensory nerve cells and other structures. Mesoderm begins to differentiate. Lateral to notochord, week 3. Extends cranially and caudally, from head to tail or crown to rump. Division of mesoderm into 3 regions. Somites, 40 pairs of body segments, repeating units, like building blocks, by end week 4. Intermediate mesoderm, just lateral to somites. Lateral plate, splits to form coelom, cavity. Divisions of the mesodermal lateral plate. Somatic mesoderm, opposed to the ectoderm. Splanchnic mesoderm, opposed to the endoderm. Coelom in between will become the serous cavities of the ventral body cavity. Peritoneal. Pericardial. Pleural. Folding begins at week 4. Main difference between the 3-week embryo and the adult body is that their embryo is still a flat disc. 24-day embryo protrudes into amniotic cavity. Day 23, beginning to fold. Lateral folds will join ventrally, cylindrical. Human body plan, day 28, about half a centimeter. Simplified cross-section through abdomen of an adult, essentially the same as above. Major derivatives of the embryonic germ layers. 29-day embryo, this is when the heart starts pumping, about 4 weeks or 1 month, half a centimeter size. Month 3, month 5. 3-month fetus. 6 centimeters. Late 5th month. About 19 centimeters. By 8 weeks, about 2 months, all major organs are in place in at least a rudimentary form. This is why drugs early in pregnancy are so important to avoid. Many cause birth defects. Baby is a little over 1 long, below right.